The Living Lab at Ryerson is to put into practice some of our research interests and core beliefs around sustainability. We're incredibly proud of the work that our researchers do.
My research here at Ryerson University is focused on understanding how road salt moves from application on our surfaces, eventually into waterways and water bodies. And I try to understand this over different time scales. So my research group is involved in monitoring road salt levels in rivers around the Greater Toronto area. And from that information, we can actually infer the amount of time it takes for road salt to end up in our aquatic ecosystems. And one of the things that I think is so wonderful about this road salt reduction pilot study we're doing here on Ryerson campus is that we're treating the campus as a living lab. And we are trying to connect the research that our group is doing to an actual practical real-world application of how we can reduce road salt. When we lay road salt down on campus, that road salt dissolves in water and it runs off the surface into our storm drains. And those storm drains, actually the water ends up in our rivers and our lakes. And so the road salt is then going to impact the organisms that live in those systems.
Last year, February, I attended Smart About Salt training upon the recommendation of our department manager. We went there. Learned a great deal about the initiatives across the province, really, and some best practices on reducing salt, both on pedestrian walkways and roadways. So brine is a liquid form of applying road salt, and we've managed to purchase the equipment. We're producing it in-house, on-site, on demand, and we're applying a liquid brine to the sidewalks and stairwells as a de-icer and an anti-icer in different situations. During this project, we've achieved bare pavement after each snow event with a 30 to 40% reduction in salt applied to the roadways.
So it's important that we're reducing road salt on campuses like Ryerson to demonstrate that we don't need to have excessive road salt use. When we have excessive road salt use, we're salting our fresh water and turning them into seasonal seas, which is extremely unhealthy for a lot of our key species like frogs, turtles, freshwater mussels, and fish. The Great Lakes region is home to over 200 species at risk, so it's important that we're trying to protect these waterways the best ways that we can, and reducing road salt on this campus is an excellent pilot to show that we can do what is necessary to protect them.
WWF-Canada is a science-based conservation organization. Our partnerships with universities like Ryerson and their living labs ensure that we're putting research-based solutions forward.
It's a beautiful collaboration that's taking place between WWF, Ryerson Facilities, and Ryerson Urban Water. We're actually undertaking a pilot program together to test how much salt can be reduced and still maintain a safe and secure campus for our commuters in the Ryerson community.
Anywhere that we can reduce the amount of road salt that we put down to maintain safe road conditions is going to be a good thing for the environment. So starting on Ryerson campus may seem like a small step, but it will have an impact. There will be less salt getting into our storm sewers, our rivers, and our lakes. And what we learn here on Ryerson campus, we hope will eventually be useful for expanding road salt reduction more widely across our city.
So it's important for WWF to support research partners like Ryerson University to better understand how road salt and our application of it are affecting our ecosystems, and allows us to create better management plans to protect wildlife.
The Government of Ontario has committed to reducing road salts that impact our waterway. Pilots like these ensure we have solutions to ensure that promise gets kept.
We're incredibly proud of the Brine project, and Ryerson Facilities is leading the way on this initiative. The collaboration between World Wildlife Fund, Ryerson Facilities, and Ryerson Urban Water is a beautiful example of Ryerson as a living lab.